Welcome to Swim Easy Speed. This athlete posted up on the swimming forum asking for some help on his stroke. He said he's a beginner that is still struggling to swim about 300 meters straight. So what we'll do is we'll see if we can help. So the first thing we want to look at is, he looks pretty good. He's not crossing over at the front of the stroke. Everything looks like it's driving forward pretty well. Here he's got, let's see if we can zoom in on this. So we zoom in. That's about 122. We'd prefer, if we got midline here, there's the shoulder. You'd want his hand somewhere kind of in here. That's where all the leverage is going to be. So that would look more like something about like that, probably. And he'd just get more leverage on the water that way. The one thing that he's got going on is that his head's pretty low in the water. So we want that to be lifted up, but that means more core engagement. He needs a little bit higher on the water. The other thing is this right here. You can see that elbow just drops right there. So the elbow's going down. The hand is up. So he's just going to press down on the front of the water, which is going to raise up his head and shoulders. It doesn't look like his head's coming up, but then it's going to put pressure on the feet and hips to sink, which is exactly what happens. So you can see right there, after that breath where he goes way on his side, and we can see that if we go back here. So we'll look at this right here. You can see he basically just turns onto his side to get the breath. That puts midline way over here. This hand is not going to be able to get much in terms of leverage on the water. And then without the core engaged, that whole back end is going to drop, and you're going to get, just this really not great body position in the water where all of this then becomes drag that you have to pull against. And then you're just stopping yourself dead in the water. So any momentum that you'd hope to get from the stroke is going to go way down. So that would be, some of the things that he'd want to try to address. So some of the ways to do that would be kick with a board. And, you're going to cue it where you get some core engagement. You hopefully force that core engagement with the head out of the water. The kick is going to hopefully connect to that engaged core. And then we're doing something similar with the swim with the drag socks, where just driving everything straight forward, you get the core to engage. It's going to help with a little bit of that high elbow catch in the front. You're not going to have any choice but to do that. So that's what he should work on. So as always, thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the pool soon.